Good afternoon, everybody. This is going to be the beginning of a new video, yet again out my dirty windshield. Currently heading up to the mountains of North Georgia to spend a couple of days. Actually, we're going to rent a place up there and just snake hunt and relax and explore. So it's going to be a fun couple of days. Hopefully I'll be able to at least get one video out of it. So we're just now getting up here. It's afternoon. We have to go check into the place we're staying at, and then we're going to head out on a road cruise. So I will check in with you guys here in a few minutes once we actually start herping. Alright guys, well we are back out. We checked in where we're staying tonight, and we have the rest of the night to road cruise. So hopefully we'll be able to turn up some snakes. I'm heading out to a road here that I really think looks good for pygmy rattlesnakes, so that's the big thing we're hoping to see. We just saw a DOR timber that was hit earlier today, so it's a good indication we're in a good area. Hopefully we will be able to turn up some timbers tomorrow during the daytime. It's going to be really hot, but we're going to try. Alright guys, there is our first snake of the night. Juvenile king snake. These guys in this area have a pretty high band count and are largely reminiscent of black kings more than eastern kings. I'm not sure what the adults look like around here, but I'm assuming they're pretty heavily black king. But that is a beautiful little hatchling. Look at those bars on the side. They come so far up. Beautiful little snake. And one of the few things I was really hoping to see up here, the others being milks/scarlet kings and pygmies. So one of the big targets for this little trip up here, and the second hatchling species I think we've seen for the year. I think we've only seen Nerodia, newborn Nerodia. These guys have eggs, so they take a little bit longer to cook up. But first hatchling king snake of the 2021 crop. Really awesome. We're gonna let him go off in the direction he was heading. Beautiful little king snake to start off the night. It's been about an hour too, so I was kind of worried that we weren't gonna see anything, but hopefully this guy is a good omen that snakes are out. All right, next snake of the night, which I thought was another baby king snake and is not, is a little smooth earth who will not stop moving. I thought it was a rough earth at first, but upon closer inspection is in fact just a spazzy little smooth earth. But yeah, we see plenty of these guys, so I'm just going to scoot him off in the direction he was heading. Snake number 2 for the night. Well, it's not a snake, but there's lots of these guys all over the road tonight. Little green tree frogs, which is interesting to see because this is a species that's thought to be expanding its range, like actively moving further north in Georgia, because they're being found in places where they didn't used to be, just like the Blue Ridge Mountains where we are now. So kind of interesting. But good looking little green tree frog. We've seen a bunch of these, so we're gonna keep moving. All right guys, well I was just about to start making my way back to where we're staying when I spotted this guy flying off the road. This is a fairly decent sized eastern worm snake. And I've mentioned before, this is not a species we cruise terribly often, so it's kind of interesting to see tonight. But probably a fairly common snake in this area, so we're just gonna let him scoot off the road. We've seen a lot recently, but good looking little eastern worm snake. Possibly our last snake of the night if we don't see anything else. So we're getting ready to head out for the morning to hike, and there is a bear, the first bear I've ever seen in Georgia, in this dude's campsite. Holy crap. Look at that. That is so cool.
I wonder if that guy has snacks in his tent.
I hope not. There's a car coming behind us. Oh. Look at that. Oh. Well, everyone, seeing a couple of bears this morning was definitely a great way to start the day, even if the snakes aren't out. We saw that one I showed you, and then we saw another one that was a female with a cub, at least one cub, but we never saw more than one cub, and they were flying through the woods out the window and we didn't get a very good look at him. But anyways, we're up here in some great timber rattlesnake habitat, getting ready to walk around. So hopefully we'll be able to turn up some stuff. It is going to get hot fast and the sun is already out. So we've probably got a pretty short window. And if we find anything, I'll let you guys know. And there is our first snake of the day. Beautiful timber rattlesnake, just starting to poke his head out. We're going to leave him and hope he comes all the way out, and maybe we'll be able to get a better look at him here in a few minutes. First timber of the day. Hoping the snake will come out at some point, but for now it looks like she's content under there. So we're just going to leave her, but first timber rattlesnake of the trip, hopefully not the last. And hopefully we'll get a better look at this one too later. Well guys, there we have it. That is an eastern milk snake in August. That is such a cool looking milk. That's ridiculous. I was hoping to see a copperhead or something this morning. I really was not expecting to actually find a milk and a timber. Still no copperhead, surprisingly, but August milk snake flipped in North Georgia. Unfortunately, it is very deep in shed, but I mean, you can tell that's an awesome looking snake, even deep in shed. In an ugly milk kind of way. He's very cool. Well, that is really awesome. I have had a very hard time finding milk snakes in habitat in Georgia, and I assumed it was just because I was looking in places where they're a little bit tougher, and I think that is the case because this part of Georgia is actually probably the easiest place to find milk snakes. And coincidentally enough, this is also the one part of North Georgia that I've spent the least time in. So look at that beautiful little milk snake. So cool. I'm gonna get some photos real quick and we'll put him back under his rock and see if we can get another one or another timber or something. That is such a cool looking little milk. I'm gonna have to come back and try to re-find this guy in the spring when he's looking a little bit less in shed. That is such a cool looking snake though, really awesome. This trip has gone exponentially better than I was expecting it to already, and it's just day one still. Or I guess day two now, since yesterday was kind of day one, since we did a little bit of herping. But first full day, beautiful eastern milk snake already. Look at that zipper pattern too, it's really cool. All right, bud, let's put you back under your rock. That is a very small little eastern fence lizard out scurrying around. I saw a baby 5-line skink too, so the baby lizard eggs must be hatching like crazy right now. Yeah, good milk snake food.
Other one was right there.
Well, 2 milk snakes today is definitely not something I was expecting to happen. This one is not in shed, and it's got some weird stuff going on. That is awesome. I don't know what's happening right now. I couldn't even begin to tell you why I'm finding milk snakes in August. And it's not like it's nice outside either. I mean, I'm melting right now. It's so, the sun isn't even above, the sun isn't even above the trees yet, and I already legit feel like I'm gonna have a heat stroke. It's gonna be 93 degrees here today. And for the mountains in North Georgia, that is absurdly hot. Well, took a couple photos of this really cool looking second milk snake of the day, and we're getting ready to put him back under his rock. But this guy also has a little bit of that zipper pattern going on. Really cool looking milks up here. Awesome. And of course, that's super cool. I'm assuming that's probably scar, re-healing scar, rather than, you know, being pied. But you never know. I don't know how to really tell the difference, but it's pretty common to see on snakes down here. What a beautiful milk. All right, put him back under his rock. We're probably gonna call it a morning at this guy. If we see anything else, obviously that'd be cool, but hopefully that timber rattlesnake will be a little further out. But we're gonna check up on that guy, and we're probably gonna go get some food because we are starving to death. But really nice looking milk snake. You go with this guy?
Yeah, he's cool. I like him.
Do you want to go under rock? All right, dude. Your rock's that way, dum-dum. There you go. You don't want to go under your rock? There's a hole. There you go. Perfect. Look who's coming out. She is beautiful and big.
Wow.
That's so awesome. All right, guys, well, we are gonna sit here and watch this snake for a little bit and see if she does anything interesting, coils up. I don't think it's a gravid female, so it might actually not even be a she, but very beautiful snake. We're gonna sit here and watch for a little bit, see what she does. This is what it's all about right here. Just spending quality time watching these snakes. At this point, that snake just seems to be content sitting in the sun right there. But I'm hoping they'll coil up and make for some good photos. But we're just gonna sit here and watch for a little bit, see what happens. So, right there, that little speck you can barely see at 6-7 times magnification, as much as my phone will go, is a little fence lizard. And then there's our rattlesnake. The 12-minute update. The snake has not moved at all, but his head has slid down the rock because I think he fell asleep. Thrilling. What this guy's thinking right now, but he's definitely thinking about doing something. Stay still. Don't know if there's a ledge right there and she's going under or what. I think there's a ledge right there. She might, no, she's continuing past it. Maybe gonna go coil up in the bushes over there. It's partly shaded. Well, our rattlesnake crawled off into this little patch of bushes. She's deep in there right now. Can't see her, but I'm assuming she got a little warm sitting in the direct sun because it is definitely heating up. It's supposed to be up to 93 today, so I think since that snake appears to have headed into refugia for the rest of the day to stay cool, we're gonna do the same. So we're gonna go get some food, and I'll check in with you guys this afternoon if we don't see anything else during the heat of the day. Super hazy and visibility is awful up here today, but the flowers are blooming. The butterflies are enjoying them. Still doesn't feel really oppressively hot yet, but it is definitely, I can feel it's coming, that it's going to be very hot. So we're just stopping and checking out little roadside spots and seeing if we can turn up anything else on our way into town to get food. Good afternoon, everybody. I just took a fat nap, and I'm getting ready to head back out for the evening. We're going to go grab a quick dinner in town and hit the roads. Once again, hoping to find some pygmies tonight, but we did that last night and it didn't go so well, so we'll see. All right, everyone, we're out here in some of the lower habitat here around the Georgia Blue Ridge, and really hoping to see a pygmy out here tonight. This is as good a place as any for them, in my opinion, and I know they have been found nearby, so we're gonna hit this really hard tonight like we did last night, and hopefully it will throw us a pygmy. But if it doesn't, I would be happy with another king snake or whatever else we can find here. So excited to see what turns up either way. Well, there is our first snake of the night. And this one, he's so nice. This one's even nicer than the last one. Holy crap. What's up, dude? Oh, he's getting grumpy with us. That is a beautiful little king snake. First snake of the night. If this wasn't the other end of the road, I'd almost be inclined to think this was the same snake, but I do think this one's a little bit prettier and a little bit more Eastern king looking. It doesn't look as much like a black king to me. Band count's a little lower. Really good looking snake though, beautiful. Snakes are out though, so we're gonna get some quick photos of this guy and move him across the road. First snake of the night, another little king snake. All right, dude. Good luck out there. Grow nice and big. All right, guys, here's our next snake of the night. It's about 10:30 at this point, so it's been kind of slow. And we just cruised this guy, a nice little small adult, sub-adult rat snake. And this is something that I'm surprised we haven't been seeing more of as babies. I would think we would be seeing baby rat snakes before baby king snakes, but maybe not. This guy's a little bit different from the ones we get back home. He's a little bit more chocolatey, I guess. Not quite as gray, but a little bit different looking. But we do see plenty of these guys road cruising, and I'm really surprised we have not seen more of them up here. Yeah, he's about 2.5 feet long, so definitely not fully mature yet, but pretty sharp looking, healthy little rat snake. We're just gonna let him continue off the road and keep moving. I'm kind of worried that tonight's gonna be a little bit slow because we have still only seen 2 snakes a couple hours in, but we're gonna keep at it for another hour or 2 and see what turns up. But nice looking rat snake is our second snake of the night. And in a very similar way to last night, we're on the way home and we cruise what's probably gonna be our last snake of the night. Another little smooth earth. And this one's also kind of rough looking, kind of beat up, not super healthy looking, but kind of weird. Another smooth earth. But yeah, we already saw one in this video and we see them all the time, so we're just gonna escort him off the road. But snake number 3 for the night, right? King rat and earth snake. All right, guys, we're making our way back to where we're staying, but we decided to stop and shine a cut in Georgia just to see if we can see anything. I figured at least it could be good for some salamanders, slimy salamanders and stuff like that, but if we see anything, I'll let you know. But if not, this might be the outro for today. We're gonna get up early in the morning like we did today and go see if we can find another timber or more milk snakes. So if we don't see anything shining this cut, I will see you guys in the morning. Well, it's not active, but I just flipped what I'm assuming is a ringneck. Yeah, big ringneck. He's also got a lot of scarring on him. All the fossorial snakes here are messed up. It's kind of weird. But yeah, big ringneck. Got to see him in situ under this rock, but just chilling. He's deep in shed, so it doesn't surprise me he's not out and about. So we're just gonna let him crawl into his hole and put his rock back, but possibly the last snake of the night. Here we have a phasmid right by the ringneck, just hanging out. It's kind of weird because we don't really, I see the same species of stick bug. I think they're striped walking sticks or something like that. They're a lot thicker build than this. 3-striped walking sticks maybe. I've never seen one that looked like this in Georgia, so kind of interesting. That is the first wood frog I have ever found outside of the population where I found my lifer. This is only the second place I have ever found a wood frog, and I'm glad I turned the car around. We actually saw this guy come flying onto the road, and I was like, I bet that was a wood frog, and I think I just ran it over. Luckily, I did not run it over, and it is, in fact, a wood frog. That is awesome. What a way to end the night. This guy is not as crazy nice looking as some of the wood frogs we find down in the lower Piedmont at the southern extent of their range. But nevertheless, really awesome. Great way to end the night if we don't see anything else. I mean, I've probably seen a couple dozen wood frogs at this point, but this is a new population for me. Really big deal for me. And I'm super excited to see this guy tonight. So we're gonna get some photos of him and move him across the road. Really cool way to end the night if we don't see anything else. We're almost back to where we're staying, so definitely a good buzzer beater last minute find if we don't see anything else. All right, dude, safely off the road. Really good looking frog, even though it's not as good as wood frogs come. Very cool though. We're just gonna leave him to it and continue making our way back to where we're staying.
Oh, you're right. These people have a
Yo. That is so insane. Literally like less than a mile past the wood frog.
He's so pretty too.
And it's a beautiful milk snake. Holy crap, number 3 for the trip. AOR at around midnight.
Yeah.
That is amazing. I'm kind of in disbelief right now. Milk snake number 3 for the trip. While we were heading back home to go to sleep, not home, but where we're staying, and we cruised this milk. And a wood frog. Just insane. Especially after having a kind of slow night of cruising. This is definitely the best looking milk of the trip so far. It's got nice kind of chocolatey colors. It's a lot lighter than the other two. The other two are cool in their own ways, but that's just beautiful. Also, it's just before 12:30 right now, so well after midnight milk snake. So cool. I mean, this is almost certainly the last snake of the night, given how close we are to where we're staying, so. I'm probably gonna photograph this. He's got some sort of like gook on his eye there. It's not actually messed up. It's just like some mud stuck on it, but I guess I'm gonna photograph this guy real quick and just let him be. Very beautiful. It's a good sized milk snake too. Look at that. About 2 foot. Really love these chocolatey colors though. This is a look I haven't actually really seen before in Georgia. Kind of interesting. Really good looking snake though. Alrighty, dude. Well, I guess I'm gonna check in with you guys in the morning and we're gonna get out and hopefully maybe be able to flip another milk, or at least hopefully see some vipers out basking. So beautiful eastern milk snake as our last snake of the day, unless we miraculously somehow find something else in the next less than 5 minutes, because we're that close to where we're staying. Good morning, everyone. It was a very small night of sleeping that we just got done. And we're out here the next morning after having a really great day yesterday, hoping to have anywhere near the same amount of success. So we're hitting a different area this morning. It's in the same general area, but a different spot, looking mostly for the same stuff. So, but we're up here on this beautiful pine-covered mountaintop, getting ready to go look for rattlesnakes and milks. So I will check in with you guys when we see something. First herp of the morning. Get another one of these little hatchling fence lizards. Look how small. Super cute. Well, there's the first snake of the day. Surprise, surprise, milk snake number 4 in the last 48 hours. What is happening up here? Well, I think it might be my least favorite of the ones we've seen so far, but it's still a really good looking snake. He's just so maroon, really cool. Milk snake number 4. Beautiful little guy. But not quite as beautiful as the other ones in my opinion. Still a nice looking snake though. If I had to guess, I'd say this snake's probably gonna turn very similar colors to the first and second one yesterday when he's fully grown. He's super dark already for how young he is. All right, well, let's put this little girl back under a rock and see what else we can turn up before it gets too hot. Your rock is right there. Go on. Finally, something that's not a milk snake. Nice pair of eastern worm snakes under this rock. Kind of cool to see. Honestly, it's surprised that it took us this long to flip worm snakes because they're pretty common up here. But I'm just gonna move these guys and put their rock back.
I think so tiny, they smelly.
Yeah, stinky boys. For sure. Good looking little snakes though, look at that.
See what I mean?
All right. Back to your rock. There you go. The scramble to get underneath. You got it. He's got a hole. We are in some very good rattlesnake habitat. There's nary a rattlesnake to be found so far. Hopefully that changes. Slowly making our way home, but we stopped to check a couple bridges. The big Nerodia right there. Nice big Midland water snake. Unfortunately, he's actually gigantic. That thing's like 3 feet long. Yeah. Figured I would show anything we ran into. That's the first thing we've seen of any interest in a while, but nice creek crossing here in North Georgia. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I could not have asked for a better trip to the mountains. It's actually the next day and I'm back down south getting ready to cruise for pygmies in one of my usual areas, but I forgot to run an outro yesterday, so here I am. But yeah, in conclusion, it was just awesome. The bears, the snakes, flipping, cruising, everything was awesome. I can't imagine a way that could have gone much better. Fantastic trip overall and completely unexpected. I mean, I was expecting to see something, but I was not expecting to just clean up like we did. That was incredible. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode.